This close up, I get to hang out with Jack Perry. What's up?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good. I just got out of bed like an hour ago.
Great.
Ready to go.
Just shake it up a little bit. I'll ask you a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
We'll hope that it's all good.
It's up to the editing, but we'll see.
Okay, the last couple of years have been pretty interesting
They have.
for you. How would you say they've kind of like shaped you and changed you with some of the things that have gone on? With having downtime, time to yourself, being away from wrestling, not really sure what the future is going to hold. What was that like? We're getting into the heavy stuff.
Yeah, we're going right into it right away.
There's no warm-up questions here. We'll do the fun stuff after.
Very good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grown a lot from it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the growth came from a lot of, I feel like it sounds dramatic to say pain, but it was not the nicest of times.
Yeah.
For most of that time. I think it really freed me in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's like before all that feels like almost another lifetime.
It does,
at
yeah.
this point to me.
Yeah.
And I think back to how I felt before that. And I think a big thing I had was like, I just really, it sounds silly, but I just wanted everyone to like me.
Yeah.
I was like new to being on TV, and like this was my dream job that I'd been dreaming about since I was a kid, and I just wanted to do it perfectly, and I wanted everyone to like me. And then when things
That's really stressful. Like just in that state of mind as well. Like trying to please everybody in the room is a lot.
Yeah, and it's something I don't worry about in my real life so much, but this was different. And it felt like something I don't know, I wanted to kind of like micromanage it and make it perfect and like have it be the dream that I'd had. So then when I would come up short of that, it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
And I think coming up short of anything sucks, but then doing it in such a public way.
Yeah.
And then there are a million people telling you you're a piece of shit and whatever. I don't know, it's hard.
Yeah.
And I think through all that, I finally realized there are some people who are never going to like me no matter what I do.
Yeah.
And in a way, that was really freeing because then I was like, well, I don't have to worry about that anymore. What do I want to do?
How was it like coming to that conclusion though? Like, was it more so like sitting in that of like feeling those emotions of like, shit, I want everyone to like me. How can I fix this, to realizing that that can't be the case? Like, how did you kind of come to that conclusion?
I mean, I think at a certain point it just got like things happened and it just amplified by like 100 times. And I just realized like there are people here that I'm never gonna win over at this point or win back or whatever it is. The people who really matter to me, I think I'm good with.
Yeah.
I don't know, a little controversy is fun too. So.
Yeah. So I guess coming to that point too of realizing that maybe having a little bit of that dirt on your shoulder might be a good thing.
It's funny because like if you had gone back 10 years ago and someone had shown me a crystal ball and said, this is all going to happen, I would have been like, to me? Are you serious? But so now also, you know, it kind of is what it is. And I think as much as some people would probably want me to, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. What about being away from wrestling for that period of time and not knowing
the first one? I mean, that also too, in the time when it was happening, it all felt terrible. But I think it sort of forced me to realize things that are sort of bigger life things. I don't think of myself as a wrestler in the sense that like, I feel like some people, this is like
their whole
everything for them. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just for me, even when it was the thing like I loved the most in the entire world, it wasn't everything to me. I always had other things I was interested in or cared about or, and this is what I wanted to do more than anything. But I always felt like if it went away, I would be okay. This is not like...
it's not your end all be all.
Yeah, just like sort of internally. But it was also the thing that I cared about more than anything. And I feel like, especially when AEW first started, for me, that was probably like the worst time I'd ever had in my life, just with things that were going on in my personal life. And it was weird because it was like the worst thing and then the best thing happening right at the same time.
Yeah. How do you juggle that of like having such a great thing and such a awful thing happen at the same time? Are you able to kind of process both of those things at the same time?
I think so. Probably I'll be in therapy in like 10 years and we'll find out no,
Right.
but I feel like I did.
Yeah.
But I think also this really gave me something to like fully dive into and just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like immerse myself in.
Yeah.
And I think also that sort of like my emotional attachment to it then kind of got stronger as well, because this was like
Yeah.
the thing that was like saving me from just all
Life.
this sadness and stuff.
Yeah.
When it sort of went away, and I was gonna say out of the blue, I guess it wasn't out of the blue, but it's just like one day it was all going, and
Happened
then
fast.
the next day it was not.
Yeah.
And it really just made me realize like there is a lot more to life than just this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope it's not a midlife, because that'd be a short life, but I'm having like a quarter life crisis. But I'm like 28 now,
Yeah.
which is freaking me out, because this is
30's
the first.
coming up.
Yeah, and it's not even 30. It's weird to me to think in 12 years I'll be 40, which is like 12 years is a long time.
Yeah.
But that, I don't know, I don't like it at all. Like I wake up in the night sometimes like, oh my God, like my life is,
Yeah.
it's gone fast. And this is the first time I'm old enough to see like it moves fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized like I don't want to completely bury myself in this so much so that I miss out on the rest of life.
Yeah.
Because it can go away.
Yeah.
And when it does, what do I have that is really important to me?
Mm-hmm.
Not that this is not important.
I get that. I mean, I can definitely put myself in those shoes of, you're so submerged in this world. We don't have off seasons. I mean, you've had time off and time away to be able to think and kind of gather your thoughts on that. But as life moves forward, I mean, me being in a relationship with John and we've built our life together on the road, you get to do kind of something similar with Anna, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that has been, it's been 5
Yeah,
years
so you
now.
still get to build.
Yes.
You are building life, and you are doing life, and you are doing all these things. It just happens real fast.
She's actually very good for me in the sense of she's always, when I was more obsessive about wrestling and all that, she was always like, it's like, we're at a dinner. Can we not do all this right now?
Yeah.
And I mean, still sometimes I like can't turn it off, but she has always been very sort of well-centered and kind of grounded in real life and what's really,
Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying what's really important. Like wrestling is important and I like it and I like being a wrestler, but I laugh sometimes too. I don't know why, it's always in the middle of the night when I wake up to pee. I think about like how crazy it is that like this is what I do and this is my job.
Yeah.
And it feels like so serious.
Right.
Like, and there is so much like behind the scenes stuff and like there are people I hate and like they drive me nuts when I'm at home and I'm like, I hate this guy and he's trying to screw me and this and that and whatever.
Yeah.
And then I wake up in the night to pee and I'm like, oh my God, I get to like go out and wrestle, not my underwear anymore, but like do that, and that's my job.
Yeah.
And I'm good and I get to take care of my family and all that. So it
is very funny when you think of professional wrestling and you're putting on the show and there's so much like fun and joy and craziness that comes from it, but you're right, there is such a seriousness to it.
Yeah.
That I don't know that other people really understand how intense it can be. I don't know if that just comes from like the nature of the business or the intensity of doing live television and everything has to be done right and it has to be done on time. Like there is such a heaviness that comes with it.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, it's like competitive, but in ways that you wouldn't necessarily think.
Yeah.
And it's like you're dealing with a lot of interesting personalities, like on both sides of the spectrum of like amazing people. And it's like a big pressure cooker of just like insanity.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes us all go a little crazy from time to time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you step away, you're at home. What do you do with your time other than think about these things? What else are you doing to make life more whole?
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to think. It's funny because like everything I ended up doing in my time off sort of like circled back and has become stuff I sort of do now.
Like whittling knives.
Yeah, sort of. I had I'm trying to think how it started. I wanted to I never thought I was going to have as long at home as I did. So like as soon as it happened, I was like, okay, I want to come back like this and do this and all that. And I like had all these like artistic ideas of things that I wanted to film. And it basically got into like I wanted to make something out of like melted metal. So I was like trying to cook like tin on my stove to like melt it and all this shit. And anyways, for that Christmas, I asked for like Anna got me like a little, you put like cans in it and it melts them.
Okay.
So I just started like doing stuff like that at home, which is not like a whatever, but and then I learned how to like mold things and make them.
Yeah.
So I have like a little like silver banana at the house and like
Okay.
stuff.
You got to start somewhere. You got to make some shit.
Yeah, in a way, I wish I had done more with my time, but I didn't know the time was going to be there.
Yeah.
But I sort of got into this crafting, metal working kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm still mad you're not making kitchen knives yet.
I literally been telling Anna I'm going to start. They're like harder in a way, I think.
Why?
Because I don't know, the ones I make are like, maybe I just tell myself this, but it's like they're supposed to be like kind of rugged or whatever. So if it's like kind of messed up.
Perfect.
Yeah, if it's messed up, I'm like, oh, that's cool because it's for.
I think a kitchen knife can be the same.
But they're like sleek and like, I'm working on it though. I need to. I don't want to give you something that's like shitty.
No, it'll be great. I mean, the fact
but it might
that you
not.
make these knives that are cutting through plastic bottles.
The bottle's cool. That's always
I
surprises
just need a
me.
sharp knife.
Well, that's
all
the thing.
I
They have to be
need.
sharper though too, in like a different way, right? Like.
Okay.
I've also been looking.
I
There are
guess
all
it
these different
depends.
shapes of kitchen knives. You got to tell me which kind you like.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm working on it slowly.
We'll have a little collaboration moment.
Yeah,
'cause I would
slowly
love,
but
like,
surely.
a Jack Perry kitchen
I'll
knife.
get you one.
I would really enjoy that. You also are like an animal guy.
Yes.
How's your squirrel?
The squirrel's good. The
Do people know you have a squirrel?
no.
Are you allowed to have a squirrel?
I think technically no,
Okay.
but
We might have to edit it
no.
out.
You
We
know
don't
what?
wanna
It's just you know what,
ruffle
you
any
f***ing people. This
squirrel
squirrel has the
tails.
best life it's ever had. So don't be coming to my house trying to take the squirrel. Yeah, no, the squirrel. She was like a rescue squirrel.
Yeah.
And I built this sort of big sort of enclosure for her.
Yeah.
Which is more for her protection than.
How did you build it? What is the
I didn't actually build it. I had a guy build it for me. But
okay.
it's like kind of
You
just
make
like
knives, I
chicken.
assumed you built it.
That was before my craftiness.
Oh, okay.
But squirrels, this squirrel had like come to a friend of mine actually, and just like literally crawled on her leg, and she was like, I don't know what to do. This is like a squirrel on my leg.
Yeah.
So we ended up taking it, and when they're young, you have to like bottle feed them and stuff. But she just never wanted to leave, and I was like, should I make her go? Whatever.
Yeah.
But it turns out squirrels don't like other squirrels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't. They like meet up to have babies, and then that's it.
Wow.
And then I always thought like I'd see them
Squirrels
running.
are a little gnarly.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah. I had a squirrel situation.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
right, you
I mean,
did.
I didn't fully take it in, but I got yelled at by all those
Yeah,
squirrels when I was
no,
trying to help the
they
baby
get-
squirrel.
I've been bit a couple times too. It's like sharp teeth,
Yeah.
sharp nails. But
Yeah.
anyway, she's super sweet. Maybe we could put a little clip. I'll send you a clip of
Yeah.
a squirrel. But
We need squirrel content.
yeah, I never used to think about squirrels. I'd like see them run across the road, and I was like, that's a
Yeah.
fucking squirrel. But now I like slam on the brakes if there's a squirrel down the
I love a
block.
squirrel. I had squirrel wallpaper all over my house.
Yeah,
I'm really pro
they're sweet.
squirrel. They're really lovely.
She
little
was
fuckers.
actually not all the time. You're not supposed to always, but I'll give her like a nut, and a lot of times if they're not hungry, she'll bury it.
Yeah.
And in the last 2 weeks, she's like doubled her size because it's getting cold. So I think she's gone and dug up
Yeah.
all the nuts from
And she
like a
just went
whole
to
year.
town on them.
Yeah, because it's winter now.
You little chunker.
know.
Good for her. Okay, talk to me about New Japan.
Yeah.
Coming out in New Japan,
Yeah.
coming out as the scapegoat character.
Yes.
What was that period of time like of all the stuff going on in AEW to now sort of getting this breath of fresh air in New Japan?
Yes. So
And the
that
reception you got.
it just started as a word, the scapegoat thing, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even know because I've always known the word. I didn't know. I looked it up.
Yeah.
And it was like actually like a real goat that people would like sacrifice to like the devil or something to atone for your sins. They're
Yeah.
like, have this goat.
Okay.
And I thought that was cool. I was
Yeah.
like, this is like cool imagery here. So I thought of that and I came up with the idea of going to New Japan because I was like, it's kind of
You wanted to like go to Japan in New Japan, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Wrestle Kingdom, which I came up with the idea too late, and it's like you have to get a visa and all this stuff, which I didn't even know at the time.
yeah,
But I also thought it's a good way to sort of let me do something, engage the reaction for anyone here who's worried about it.
Yeah.
Also, I want to do something. And I've always wanted to go to New Japan.
Yeah.
Hook and I, a long time ago, were trying to go to Japan together when we were tag teaming for a minute.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out either. But, so yeah, I came up with this idea. And Tony actually was
Was the show in Chicago the first time you did that?
No, that was my last one.
It was the last one. Okay.
Yeah, so I had...
You did it in LA first.
Yeah, it was San Jose, the first one. And that was the first time I'd been seen, and I'd grown a shitty beard and all this stuff. So that felt really cool, though, because then people were like, oh my God, what's going on here? This is like a totally new kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I was like kind of worried no one was going to know who I was. And then, so they did, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And then I went to Japan, which was awesome. That was a super...
How long were you there for?
It was like 2.5 weeks, maybe. But I had like maybe 2 days off in that 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Which, for normal wrestling schedules, like, I guess that's a normal thing. But I had not wrestled in like 4 months. So to go from like not wrestling in 4 months to like 14 matches, my body felt like horrible.
Yeah.
And then I was in Japan and jet lagged and like, oh my God. But it was an amazing experience just to see Japan.
Yeah.
But then also to like be a part of that locker room, which is like an amazing locker room. My favorite part was these little post-match promo things they have, because it's, you literally just come back and there's not a knock on you guys, but like there's no lights, there's no good camera. There's just like a guy with a camera. And there's no like 3, 2, 1, go. It's like they're already rolling. So it's like, oh shit, like I can't even breathe.
Yeah.
And then like
That's
I'm
crazy.
But it kind of forces you to just be in the moment and like not overthink it and not worry and like and I think that was really good for me. Just kind of taking the pressure off of these things.
No time to think about it, just do it.
Yeah.
So this time when you come back, how different does AEW feel? How different do you feel during this go?
Like right now. Yeah, this time, it is funny because it's always changing. Like every time I leave and come back, every year, it's like a different thing than it was the year before. This one was in some, like the time off I had before this was in some ways harder. Again, I thought I think my last one was at Full Gear and I expected to be back in January.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get back till like, was it September in Toronto?
Yeah.
And then it had been too long. I was like, I can't do the scapegoat thing anymore. Then 6 months later, I was like, I don't think I can go back to that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, what do I do? Like at this point, I don't know if I can come up with something entirely new again. I don't like feel. And then I always feel funny calling him Luchasaurus, but Luchasaurus, he actually had pneumonia in real life.
Yeah.
Not storyline wrestling pneumonia.
Yeah, no, he was like fucked up.
Yeah, and he literally almost died, which was so weird because I remember talking to him on the phone, and over the course of 2 weeks, he's like, oh, I have a cold, whatever, and then a couple days later, he's like, yeah, I still have a cold, and then 2 weeks later, he's like, dude, I can't get rid of this cold. It's like, at night, I can't breathe and this and that, and I was like, I don't know, I wasn't thinking that much about it because he was telling me it was a cold.
You think you're like young and healthy and like no big deal?
He's old as hell. 65, 66 million, whatever. But yeah, I didn't think about it. And then one day, like literally, I guess he was trying to work out. And I've been telling him, I was like, probably take it easy, dude. Like, but he's a nut. So he was just like working out crazy hard. And then I guess he like collapsed to the ground.
Yeah.
And his fiance came in and found him with like purplish lips and like he was on the floor.
Oh my God.
And I guess it was a thing actually, like they were saying a lot of people, I think he said it was called walking pneumonia.
Yeah.
He knows more about it and at some point I think he wants to tell everyone all about it, but it's like a thing. I don't know. I didn't really know pneumonia was like a current thing. I've sort of only heard about it like.
Oh yeah, pneumonia's gnarly.
And they took him to the hospital and I don't remember the percentages, but they said like you're within like 10% of like, if you get below this, you probably
like
would have
oxygen
died.
levels.
Yeah. And that was just like, holy shit, like, you could have been dead.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is something sometimes I do, but I don't really think about that. Like, I would never think there's a good chance this guy will be dead
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
ideally there's not.
Yeah.
So that also was like that was nuts. And then he ended up being off for such a long time as well.
Yeah.
And then I forget exactly how it came up, but we ended up trying, it was like, we should probably just come back together right now because I need kind of like a palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
You do too. And it's been years. So we decided, yeah, we're going to come back together, which ended up being kind of very hard to get to work out, like scheduling wise or something. I don't know. But that also was, I knew people were going to know, like they would know who we were.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how much people would care, kind of, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And also, here's the thing. For me, even before I was with him, I had this Jungle Boy character, which I was like, for me, was a way of like really avoiding. It's not who I really am, but like who everyone was kind of like trying to push me to be.
Sure.
Which is like Beverly Hills Jack or whatever. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I will never do that. So I was like, I'm Jungle Boy. I don't talk or whatever. Like, you can't get me to say any bullshit about like the Peach Pit or whatever. Like, you just have to watch me wrestle and that's it.
Yeah.
And coming up, like on the independents, I had people be like, oh, this character, like I can't put this on my show. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, whatever. So then to like make it with that character and then make it with this guy who's a dinosaur and then also Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
Remember Marco Stunt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
hawk those cars, baby.
yeah. So to make it to TV with this like absurd trio, which like everyone was always telling us, this is not going to work, guys. Like this is ridiculous. You shouldn't do this. You're too small. You're a moron. So we made it, and then it actually went like very well.
Yeah.
And people dug it. So I don't know. So then when we were coming back, I knew people had liked it the first time, but we did it and we got back together and it was awesome and the music played and I had people messaging me like, I cried when you guys got back together.
Yeah.
And that was crazy to me because I was just thinking like in the time that we were together, I guess it like kind of cut deep with people. To hear that it sort of got that emotional response from people felt really cool.
Yeah.
And I think there's something special when he and I are together that I don't know.
Magic.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk the Continental Classic before I let you go, because now you're stepping in to replace Darby Allin.
Yeah.
You've got a hell of a first match taking on Kazuchika Okada. This will come out post that match.
After I've already won.
That's right. What are your anticipations with the tournament and stepping in for Darby?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. I've not had a singles match in almost a year. And then not only am I just like going back to it, I'm going back with like the killers of AEW. So it's a little freaky. I think I'm curious to see how I hold up like physically.
Yeah.
Because it's different being in a tag team. I don't know. I'm excited. In a way, I feel like I have nothing to lose because I've been, they just asked me to do it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm already down 3 points thanks Darby. So, you know, I'm going to make the best of it.
Yeah.
It would be badass to win. I'm sure that would be surprising to everyone. But yeah, I'm just excited. I don't know. I think it's going to force me to dig into something I haven't really had to in a while. I don't know how to say it. I used to I feel like I used to wrestle with my heart kind of more than anything. And it just kind of I didn't have to think so much. It just kind of drove me to do all this stuff. And somewhere along the way, I feel like I kind of lost that.
Yeah.
And it makes it harder when your heart is not fully there, because then it's just your body doing it, and it's it hurts more and it's harder to do. And
you feel it a little more, yeah.
But I'm feeling for the first time, maybe because I'm being put with these guys and they'll eat me alive if I don't do it, but this sort of little spark maybe coming back. So I don't know. We'll see if I can capture it. And Okada's it's great. That's a dream, huge match.
Yeah.
He's a god of wrestling, and then they asked me to be in it 2 days ago, and then it's like, all right, you're wrestling Okada. And it's like, oh my God, this is not how I ever anticipated this coming about. But
yeah, but here we are.
that's life.
Well, Jack, I appreciate you sitting down here with me and talking about all that stuff. And it's been really cool to watch you grow and change and turn into the man that you are today, the last couple of years.
Thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate
thank you.
it. Should we bury people now?
Yeah, f it.